Hey, welcome back to Right on the Money, the go-to resource for your financial decisions. Now, if you're just joining us, our guest today, Nathan Barton, investment advisor representative at Carlson Financial Services in beautiful Raleigh, North Carolina. And we've been talking about stewardship and how it works in your life, how it works with your finances. What I want to talk about, so we're going to talk in this segment about taxes, and then the Biblical Stewardship series, a coursework that you're putting out. Let's talk about that first. So tell me a little bit about the Biblical Stewardship series of classes that you're putting on.
So we're doing these workshops that are demographically targeted for different age groups at our Wakefield office that are going to be teaching about, stewardship theology, all of the 6 areas that we focus on in our financial planning process. Taxes is one of those that's included in there.
Tell me a little more about the class series. Is it a one event, or is it a multiple event, multiple days, or?
Yeah, it's 3 consecutive Tuesday or Thursday nights. And it's usually about 2 hours long, but we share dinner beforehand.
Very nice.
And then, we have one targeted towards teens and young adults, one that's targeted for young professionals and married couples, and then one that's targeted towards 40 plus.
Well, I like that. So it's approaching stewardship, it's approaching financial decisions, but kind of in the lens that maybe that person would look at it from.
Right, absolutely.
Oh, I like that. So where do I find out? How do I sign up? Where do I do that at?
Yeah, so you can get more information on it at our website at carlsonfinancialservices.com, or you can call our office and ask anyone there, and they'll tell you all you want to know about it.
Get all the information. Oh, cool. And we've got that up on the screen, so if you're out there, you can take a look at that. So let's talk about taxes. And I know that that's an important aspect when you're talking with clientele because we all have to pay it or deal with it in some form. So how does that work with the practice with Carlson Financial? Because I know that we've got the fee-based planning, we're talking fee-based management, we're working in stewardship, but I guess how does taxation and stewardship work together?
Yeah, so the Bible calls us to pay to Caesar what is Caesar's, to pay our taxes, but we definitely don't want to pay more than we're called to or that we owe, and we want to develop a plan for all of our clients that is going to be the most tax advantaged plan that we can do for them.
Well, let me ask you this: isn't that what an accountant does?
Accountants are very good at on a yearly basis allowing you to take the most deductions that you possibly can to owe the smallest tax bill that you can. And they're also very good at staying up to date on tax laws.
Sure.
But something that we do different is looking at not just this year's money, but money in the future, 5, 10, 20, 30 years down the road, looking at how you're investing on a pre-tax basis, on a tax advantage basis, on an after-tax basis.
Sure.
Because all of those have advantages and disadvantages, and we want to, diversify in a way that's going to be most beneficial for you in your future.
I like that. Let me say that back to make sure I understand that. So an accountant is looking at what's happening today and making the moves based upon whatever the rules are today. But the key to this really is to meet with you all, because you're looking ahead to making sure that the moves that I'm making or that I should make are the smartest when it comes to my taxes. Is that a fair statement?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Tell me more about how you work with clients as it relates to taxes.
Yeah, so with new clients, when they would come in, we would take a look at where they're invested and where their money's going currently, and usually develop a plan for them that is able to diversify their money in the most tax advantage way to them, like I said previously. And because a lot of people don't know about tax diversification when we're talking about investments or any of this financial planning, and so it's our job and goal as well to educate people as best we can on this.
With the workshops, you've got the workshops set up to work with the different demographics. And being the guy that probably talks to some of the younger folks, what challenges are there in particular for kind of putting your money where your faith is at your age?
Right. So when I'm talking to younger people, it's usually not as much about investing and diversification of like investment accounts and
Because they're
stuff
just
like
starting.
that. Right.
Yeah.
So it looks more at knowing where your money's going. From the time that you make it to where it hits your checking account or bank account. What Social Security tax is. What the federal tax rate is. What the total federal tax bill is, and what different people groups are paying those taxes, and then making sure that where their money's going is aligned with their faith, because we also look at where they're giving and other deductions as well, like 401k or any other deduction like that.
This has got to be an eye opener for a lot of people, because really. Now I went back. I was in high school in a different century, so it was a long time ago, but there were no courses that were taught to us about taxes and your paycheck and some of those practical aspects. It was to our parents to teach us, but depending on how well your parents taught you, and sometimes when your parents are teaching you might not pay as much attention as if a professional's doing it. That's very valuable. I mean, folks must just come up and say thank you at the end.
Yeah, it really is such an eye-opener. And yeah, it's as a society, we really don't have any, unless you go into like a financial field, you don't have any formal education on taxes. And so it's just something that we felt led to teach on, to teach young people and even, older people as well about this, because it's something that could have a huge impact on your financial life.
All right, well, that is our time for today. It has been fantastic having you here. So don't forget, you can watch full Right on the Money episodes on our official YouTube channel or at rightonthemoneyshow.com. And you can get up-to-date financial news and insights from the top insurance and financial professionals in your area. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.